Today we have Kutabs with greens, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. The dough becomes very elastic. Look how much greens I have. Young sprigs. Each part of the dough is rolled into an improvised roll, greased more likely with plum oil, the thinnest dough. Hello everyone, today we'll discuss hobbies. And my hobby is cooking, and I never get tired of experimenting in the kitchen. Most people in the world have hobbies, and for some, it eventually becomes their main activity. I believe that the best job is a formal hobby, and making it a source of income is very easy now. You have the chance to be your own boss and start your own business. Registering and conducting self-employment in Sberbank Online is most advantageous. It's free, and Sber offers self-employed individuals reduced loan rates of 1%. You can access a free package of useful services, such as the online client registration service. Connect this service by April 30th for a chance to win thank you bonuses. 16 million bonuses are up for grabs. And even if you have already registered as a self-employed through the Federal Tax Service or other banks, you can get all the benefits from Sberbank. If you just additionally connect the service from Sberbank, go to the link and connect self-employment in Sberbank Online. You are currently watching Borisov television channel with me, Alexei Borisov, your regular host. Today I'll delight you with an Azerbaijani dish, Kutabs with greens, as you understood from the video title. And you know, this snack is very dietetic and will not harm your figure. Before we start, check the subscription and hit like. Let's cook. What about the ingredients? Everything is simple. Greens, essentially what you find in your fridge or on the windowsill. If you're watching during the spring-summer period, you'll need flour, water, oil, and a little bit of spices. As usual, I'll put the list and amounts in the video description below. Now let's talk about the dough. Our dough is quite fresh. It will require 300 grams of flour, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and also 1/3 of water, in this case a cup. If we have 10.58 ounces of flour, we need 3.5 ounces of hot water. Take about 1 teaspoon of salt. Pour it into the cup with water and stir thoroughly. We do all this to ensure that the salt is well distributed throughout the dough. Pour the boiling water into the mug and carefully stir it with a spoon first to avoid getting burned. Keep in mind that everyone's flour can be different. It has different gluten content, so we will be guided by the final state of the dough. We continue to knead the dough with our hands. It will take about 3 to 4 minutes. After 5 minutes, the dough becomes very elastic. Pay attention to its consistency. Now we're not in a hurry anywhere. We leave the dough in the bag or cover it with cling film and leave it for 20 minutes. Let the yeast start working. You know, friends, I've been filming videos for you for almost 3 years now, and I still can't decide whether it's my job or a hobby. While the dough is resting, let's prepare the filling. I have a lot of fresh herbs and greens here. As for the greens, you can essentially use any. I have spinach, parsley, dill, and cilantro here. If you don't have any of the ingredients, don't worry, you can do without it. If there's no fresh spinach, take the frozen one. Or you can simply exclude it. You can also use green onions, cut into small cubes, slightly fried and mixed into our filling. First, I'll take spinach, tear off the leaves. I don't need the stems. I'll freeze them and use them when cooking soup. We take good leaves. If some are spoiled, they just need to be removed. We stack the leaves one on top of the other to make it easier to cut them. We chop finely. As for how to properly cut vegetables and fruits, I showed it in one of my first videos. Follow the link and get acquainted in essence with the safety technique. We send it to the mixer, finished with spinach. We move on. Next in line is a bunch of greens. Again, the stems are so thick, we get rid of them. And we add it to the broth. When cooking the soup, we only take the soft, young branches. I got rid of the stems and the large ones. And now we also simmer it gently. Probably it's better to chop the sorrel finer than the spinach. We send it to the spinach. Next are dill and parsley. We do everything similarly as with the sorrel. Again, everything goes into the common bowl. And while I finish chopping the greens, I would like you to share in the comments where else can we use greens, in what dishes, because there will be a lot of it in the summer period. And I will be reading your comments and preparing for new videos. The next ingredient is fresh ground pepper. And you probably have a familiar question. Why hasn't he salted it yet? Because the next ingredient will be brinza, and it is quite salty, so I won't be using any additional salt. I grate the brinza on a large grater. And what about the thunder, friends? As for the starters, this is quite a whimsical option, isn't it? You can use more or less greens, interchangeable greens, and the same goes for cheese. If you like it too cheesy, take more. If you like it slightly cheesy, take less. If you can't tolerate cheese, exclude it. And for vegetarians, you can use tofu cheese. Then we arm ourselves with an ordinary tablespoon and mix everything thoroughly. The first thing we do when working with dough is to lightly dust the table. We will prepare the dough for work and divide it into 12 parts. We roll each part of the dough into an improvised ball to make it easier to roll out. We put it on a plate. Repeat the process until the dough is used up. To keep the dough moist, we'll cover it with a towel. Now let's roll out the dough. Rolling it out, we make a thin circle. As soon as we get a thin enough roll, we put the filling on one half. Next, we fold it like a cheburek, release the air if it's trapped inside, then we crimp the edge like this. For a tighter seal, we use a fork. And we trim off all the uneven edges. You get a great, even beautiful cutlet. We do all the others the same way. The pan is dry, absolutely without oil. We turn on strong heating, and as soon as the pan heats up, we reduce it to 2 or 3 out of 10. The pan has gained its condition. I send it straight to the dry one. Once again, I draw your attention to the future Kutabs. We cover with a lid, and literally one by one, with half a minute, we turn over. We do the same with the second one, and also under the lid for another minute and a half. We take it out and put it on a plate. We put the next batch back under the lid, set the timer for a minute and a half, and smear the baked Qutabs with butter. We take off the lid and flip them over. We apply the lid for 1.5 minutes. The last 2 Qutabs are ready. We transfer them to a bowl. Beauties! We smear them with more butter and we're off to taste. Friends, tell me better in the comments, we'll chat there. What could be better than the aroma of fresh baking and butter? In my opinion, nothing. I would rather start trying what we got. It's slightly cooled down. Let's see what's inside, what it represents. Fresh greens, brinza, oil. Faster to try. The dough is subtle, and because it's fresh, it doesn't draw attention away from the fresh greens and cheese. Friends, it feels like I'm on some summer slide, and the smell is just striking. I don't know how to describe this feeling. Well, it's very tasty, and the light sharpness from the black pepper is very tasty. Friends, definitely prepare this dish. Simple ingredients, it's elementary to cook. And the main thing is that there will be a lot of this filling in the summer. Plus, for those without a summer house, the market is very affordable. Well, on this delicious note, I say goodbye to you and thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and don't be afraid to experiment for now.